Why don't you guys get introduced to each other? The handshake, please.
How you doing? My name's Michael Catania.
Nice to meet you, Michael.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome, Michael.
Would you like to see my resume?
I would, thank you.
I'd just first like to say thank you for having me for this opportunity for the interview.
You're welcome. Give me 1 second, let me overlook your resume here.
While you look it over, would you want me to talk to you about myself, or okay?
Just gonna look over. What's PCR stand for?
PCR is just a term they use. When I was at Loyola University, it was PC replacement.
Okay. Tell me about you, Michael.
Well, I'm right now currently finishing up my degree in computer studies at St. Xavier University. I will be graduating in the spring semester of 2013. And I've always been interested in the field of computers ever since I was a little kid. And from then, technology in itself has just intrigued me immensely, which from what you see as my work experience, I've been in a technical field or technology field in some form or another, whether it was working at Best Buy in computers or working at St. Xavier University as the senior intern that I currently am right now.
Okay, do you want to tell me a little bit about that?
Sure. The St. Xavier one?
The St. Xavier one, yeah.
Yes. St. Xavier University has a Chicago campus as well as an Orland Park campus, so the IT department has to be able to service both buildings. And so I actually live in Tinley Park, which is a few minutes away from Orland, so I'm able to help cover Orland Park as well as Chicago. And I see myself at Orland Park a lot more than some of the full-time staff that go there, so I am almost in charge of the IT department at the Orland Park campus, and so I help organize everything that goes on down there. I make sure all the labs are up to date and all the faculty and staff are having all their needs met.
Okay. What kind of needs do you see them needing?
A lot of the needs that are there for the professors, before their classes start, they want to make sure that is their computer running, the projector screen is connected properly to the computer so that by the time the class starts, everything is up and running. Some of the faculty or staff that work there, they want to make sure that if their printer isn't working, which I've had to do many times, is to reconnect their printer if it's not on, or make sure that the computer is turned on when they don't know what's wrong, and to help them with various programs just like Microsoft Office suites and Outlook.
Okay. I noticed you work as a webmaster. You did do that for a little bit for the newspaper. What did you do there?
What I did was I took all the information that all the writers gave to me, and all their pictures and their actual stories, and I would upload them to our website. At the time, I was using College Publisher to just upload all their information on there, and I would have to make sure with my boss that all the pictures that the writers gave me, that we had copyright rights to, and if we didn't, I couldn't use the pictures. And so I had to make sure that so we didn't get sued.
How did you go about making sure they were not copyrighted?
I would talk with my boss who had all of the information that concerned all the copyrighted pictures and information that we can use.
Now, but did you use code or was that a content system?
That was like a content system.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about your technical experience.
Sure. It's very, it's a huge spectrum of things. We'll start out just with networking. I had taken a networking course while at St. Xavier University. Through that course, I was able to learn a lot about how networks are designed. I never implemented in a workplace, a professional workplace, but I have done it with multiple family and friends. I've set their networks up plenty of times. I troubleshoot in mine. I actually, in my own home network, set up repeaters in which we would have full bar signals everywhere in our house wherever we walked. And that's just the network side. Website design, I had a web-based class, a website-based class through HTML, and I created a portfolio in which had a home page and it linked to many other pages that I created as well. Had pictures and had many embedded links that would link you everywhere else. And I also had the experience through the web developer side for the job as well. And also my knowledge in Microsoft Suite. I know how to use that, Mac operating systems, Windows operating systems ranging from Windows 7 down. And I have also lightly worked with web servers. Windows-based, I'm a lot more comfortable with than Linux. I'm not comfortable with that as much. But for the web servers class that I have taken here, I have had some practice implementing how to figure out how to create DNS for the server side, and as working at Orland Park through my job, I had to also log into one of our servers to make sure that printers were printing and to make sure that all the print jobs were acting the way they're supposed to be acting. So I had to log into that and get familiar with how to navigate the web server.
Okay. How do you address a problem?
What I do is I look at the problem and take a quick step back and realize what needs to be done for this problem and to how to create a solution, for the best possible solution. And I just organize all my thoughts and organize everything that needs to be done, and then I do the necessary action. For example, through work right now, we use a software called Trackit, and what that is that if a work order comes in from a call that we get, or someone comes in and needs some help with something, we will type it up and put it into the work order system. And then once we are finished with that, because if we're busy at the time we can't do it at the moment, we will go back to it, look at it, and then see what needs to be done. We go out and do it, record as we go, and then on your way back, you close it out by saying what you did, and then you close it.
Just kind of from a little bit of what you said, I heard something about documentation. You didn't use the word exactly, but can you tell me a little bit about your documentation experience when it comes to the projects you've worked on?
Yeah. The biggest thing I think that documentation is good for is when you are setting up a brand new server and you are doing your own thing and you're just setting it up from the first step, and let's say you go down a couple steps and then you realize, oh, you messed up. Then you have to then look back at your notes and see, what did I do so I can reverse these changes exactly so that you could try something else. So documentation is huge so that you can always revert back to what you did wrong, and so that you can do it. So the web server, the web-based class is a good example, I think, but if you want another one, I can give you more.
No, that's fine. Tell me a little bit about when you worked on a team.
Through various classes, particularly one of the classes I'm taking actually this semester is our system analysis and design class, and we have to do a couple projects, and for one of them we did have to create a time management system in which we weren't able to use the Microsoft projects. We had to actually use a third-party one. I used Gantt project, and I was the group leader for that project, and our team had to create a time management system from the time someone starts their senior year to the time they get a job. And in which case I helped our team of students find out what we need to do and helped organize all of our ideas and to turn in the project and give our presentation on a timely fashion in a professional manner.
So do you see the time project going anywhere from your class, or is it just for a class project? You're not gonna,
It was for a class project, but in all honesty, it is something I think every senior student in college can use.
what do you see as your biggest weakness?
I'd say my biggest weakness would probably be taking constructive criticism well. I sometimes take it as a direct and personal assault against me at times, but through time though, and through many trial and error, I have learned to take constructive criticism in a effective way and to make me grow as a person, and to make me learn saying constructive criticism is good. It's not out there to hurt me. It's there to help me.
How about your biggest strength?
I would say my greatest strength is my enthusiasm to work and to even learn, because I think while working I am learning on the job, because almost every day of work I will learn probably something new.
Why should we pick you?
You should pick me because I am hardworking, I'm punctual, and like I've said, very enthusiastic, probably more enthusiastic to work, very professional than anyone else.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I see myself growing with this company, rising up to challenges in which I will do everything I can to get a job done, and to help this company or the company grow as best as it can.
Do you have anything else to share?
I have mentioned down there that I have received the rank of Eagle. Some people may say, or may not, that they don't understand maybe what it is, but I will tell you that it was a huge accomplishment in which I started the Boy Scout program since I was 11 or 12 years old. And I was all the way up until 18 of when I completed and got my Eagle. I personally believe that shows determination in something you believe in, and shows that you are there to get the job done and there to, and it shows a good deal of leadership. I had to create a project as one of my Eagle Scout requirements, and it was a project in which I had to plan ahead and think ahead of time and to gather all the necessary resources I needed for the project to be complete. And the project was a landscaping project outside of a church.
Okay. You good? Thank you for coming in, Michael.
Thank you too.
I do not have a business card, but I
Okay.
will get you one.
All right, thank
Okay.
you.